consumed by passion. Totally consumed by passion. Put on a strategically placed shell. Raise a little hell. Frolic in the surf, sand and turf. On totally new island.
Darling, show me love. Tell me lies. You do something to me. Make it all through the night. Touch me once, kiss me twice. You do something to me on this island side.
Kissed by eternal sun, kissed by eternal sun. A few miles north of the Tropic of Desire. Complete new island. Complete new island. Complete new island. Complete new island.
Let me along to your totally new island. Let me straight to your totally new island.
Oops.
Well, let's start that one up again. Okay,
Technical difficulties.
we are back. Sorry guys, we just had this muted. We had the phone lines up and
I
ready.
missed some good stuff.
We did. We had some very good organic banter. What's going on, guys? How's everybody going? The guys on Instagram got it. At least they got it. But
yeah, that's true.
welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Tokyo Crypto Short. I've not purchased Ivan's lip reading course. Oh my god.
Is
Welcome
he
back.
blind?
He's deaf.
Oh.
Lip reading. Can't read lips if you're blind.
You're right. Well, you go like this.
Guys, welcome
We're a little
back.
bit rusty here, aren't we?
It's the Shokunin September to remember, baby. Every day in September, I'm going to be on the air. From now until October 1st, I mean, all the way through the first week of October, to be honest. I'm going to be on the air every single day, man. It's going to be awesome. It's a September to remember. And for you guys who are waiting to get in, September 27th, baby, Body Language Mastery is going down. Guys, if you are even on the fence about getting on Body Language Mastery, but you're a huge cryptocurrency guy, I just want to let you know, September 27th, September 28th, September 29th, September 30th, and October 1st. These are the only 5 days you can get in for the quarter 3 enrollment. And you might be asking, what does this have to do with cryptocurrency? Well, I happen to know a guy who's an expert in cryptocurrency right here, and he is in almost every single webinar for the Body Language Mastery program. Okay? Go to modernlifedating.com/body language. Scroll down, click on this link right here, and then it's going to redirect you to the sign up page. This is only a waiting list. I have run the numbers today. We are at 203 people on the waiting list already,
Good.
which is amazing. Put your best email address in right here. Click the subscribe button, and you will be set like Tibet.
Yeah, I remember during the last set of webinars, two of the guys that kind of stood out to me was Tony, who's in the chat here usually, he's
Yep.
asking some good questions about crypto in there. Also, what was his name? The guy with the hot dude house.
Oh, Jared.
Yeah, Jared. He asked me a couple of questions about how do I get Bitcoin. He didn't even know what a Bitcoin ATM was, didn't know that it existed.
Yes.
I don't know if he took action on it and actually went and bought Bitcoin, but I hope he did. It would have gone up since that time because that was in, I believe, July or something like that. Maybe end of July. Or when was that? June? July, right?
It was the webinars went on during the entire month of July.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then Googs asked me as well about crypto there. There's only a few guys who actually took advantage of the crypto knowledge, but the ones who did.
Googs is on my shit list for not coming to Hot Dude Con. Of all motherfucking tough guys,
Yeah, he's still good on my book because I didn't go
the
as
drinks
well.
really are on Googs' next Hot Dude Con.
That'd be awesome.
I'm forcing that onto him.
Yeah, but I respect anybody who actually takes action, goes into crypto, figures out a way to get some.
Right.
And, it's one of those things that globally, if you can take advantage of it, it's going to help you in a lot of different ways in different countries. Especially, Europe is having a hell of a time with different types of currencies, like in Italy and so forth. They're not doing so hot.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin for those types of countries, also in South America, will be very, very important going forward here. So, buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, man. Let's see what's up to everybody in the chat. Ben says, I missed the MLD show with Richard Cooper. I have to work. Richard Cooper has been a guest on the Tokyo Crypto Show. And actually, Richard Cooper will be back this Friday on my channel here, Interview with the Man. And, he is multimillionaire, crypto advocate, multiple property owner. He's smart, dude. This guy is a literal multimillionaire. And we're going to do a whole make money conversation with him for the guys who are trying to get their money right. And it's going to be very, very insightful. We're also going to be having it's a combination of free consultation Friday. So he's going to be on there doing like mini consultations with me. And it's going to be real fun. He does all this self-help stuff for men as a hobby, but nonetheless, he's very good at what he does. Let's say what's up to the chat real quick. We got Brenton Wallen in the house. What's up? Cody, what's up? Tommy B. Shelby, Elijah, Cameron, M. Garcia, Spencer X. Dude, we are growing, man. Nils, what's up, dude? Ben, what's up? Chess Rockwell, Rule Zero Dad, my man, what's up? Let's see. He says, hi, guys. Just found out I have a Liberty X vendor not 2 miles from my house. Solves the non-purchasing issues. Fees 8% plus 50 cents. Not bad.
That's not terrible.
Christopher Wilson, what's up? I wish I could buy Bitcoin anonymously, says Spencer. I know for a fact the U.S. cartel called the IRS and hot on my heels. Oh, Lord.
Well, there's multiple ways you can do that. And if you also buy it without being anonymous, you can turn it into anonymous coins through Wasabi Wallet.
Absolutely. Then we got Cannibal Kane, what's up? King Nick, what's up? Let me just say what's up to everybody here. Tony, what's up? Tony with the all caps, no audio. Thank you, Tony. Plant Base, what's up? Who else is in the house? That's pretty much the squad, Frank. Mr. Jackson, what's up? Jay Parker, you are new. What's up? Thomas, what's up, baby? The non-hater Thomas I got in my life. Anyways. So yeah, man, guys, I've been away. Obviously, I was in America and stuff. I'm still getting caught up in consultations. People are still booking consultations like hotcakes. I know your shit is busy as well with your private Telegram chat. So we're gonna do a little house cleaning real quick, and we're gonna get this show started. But real quick, be sure to follow me on Twitter at ModernLifeJohn, Jon, and we'll be able to see what's going on with me and communicate me on a very direct basis. I know Thomas in the chat follows me, as well as a lot of other people, Peter and whatnot. And then also, please do be sure to follow Charlie. He's almost at 200 followers. Looks like Chess Rockwell in chat follows him. Peter follows him. A couple other folks follow him. He is at Cultivate Crypto. again, he puts out very high quality Bitcoin information on his Twitter feed at Cultivate Crypto. Let's get him to 200. He's at 189 right now. That's very, very easy to do. And then real quick, for you guys that are interested, just know that Charlie offers his Telegram private chat service. So what Telegram is, it is an encrypted chat application. So no one can spy on our conversation.
Yeah, and you can delete like for example, if you had any sensitive information in there, you could just like delete your account, make a new one
Right.
at any time. So it's kind of like WhatsApp but with encryption.
Yeah, and it's solid. It's a great thing. And what it is, Charlie posts a chart every single day, and he's actually doing some Ethereum Classic for Luca, is it?
Yeah, I've done like Litecoin, Ethereum Classic. One chain was doing something for a while, but then it failed, so we didn't buy any of that. But we take a look at whatever's actually moving in the market. And anyone, like for example, like you said, Luca asked about Ethereum Classic, so I did a specific one on that. You can request charts on a daily basis. I'll do as many as people ask.
Yep.
And right now, the main thing that's moving in the market is Bitcoin, so we're mainly talking about that.
Right.
But we share a ton of information about what's going on in the market. And I'm not going to name names or anything or say, people's detailed information, but we already got somebody who's made over $2,000 only doing 2 trades in 1 month.
Not
and
bad.
It's $100.
That's
this, program,
that's $2,000 for 2 trades in 1 month, which is literally just click, click. Okay, I'm rich. Compared to slaving away at McDonald's 40 hours a week, you're not even gonna make that much.
Yeah, and so making the amount back of how much it costs is pretty easy as long as you take advantage of the information. You do maybe one consultation in addition, which would be like that silver package.
Right.
Make sure that you got everything set up correctly and that you understand the information that's coming your way. And then, then all you have to do is take action and make a couple of trades. Now, it's not like we're trading every single day. It's not day trading, right?
Right.
You can day trade on this information as well, but
Right.
that's if you have more experience, right? So we have people of all experiences, some guys who work in major banks, but also some guys who are working as engineers and other types of jobs as well. So everybody and anybody, but people basically thirsty and for all of that Bitcoin knowledge and who are actually serious about making money and have strategies for how they're going to make money with Bitcoin. Because through the consultation, I also give people strategies about how to actually make money.
It's a solid service, so it's a subscription based, so it's $100 a month, $150 a month, $200 a month, $300 a month, but it's not like you're, some of you guys spend more than this on weed or fucking alcohol every week.
Oh, easily.
Every week.
Yeah. Food, alcohol.
This is a
all
way
sorts
to
of
educate yourself, get ahead of the normies, which is so fucking, like, Lord in heaven, it is so easy to do these days, which is minimal effort, an hour a day. But what this is access to the Telegram chat, right? So bronze is just you have access to the chat, and you can ask Charlie unlimited questions in there.
24/7.
With silver, gold, and platinum, silver has 1 consultation, gold has 2, and then platinum has 4.
Yep.
And this
That's
is
discounted on the $75 price. For each one that you go up, you get a bigger discount.
so, you could usually book Charlie for $75 for 1 hour to talk to him about cryptocurrency, or you can just do these from silver on up, have the actual data for the Telegram chat, plus you get to sit down and have one-on-one conversations with the man who has made over $100,000 in cryptocurrency, all while working a full-time job too.
So I mean, it's a side hustle, right? Right now I'm only, trading. Well, not trading, like charting. A couple hours a day maximum.
Right.
Sometimes you only look at it for 30 minutes if it's not going well. In terms of the market, it's just boring or something. But the other thing which I was going to mention with this is I've gotten some people paying in Bitcoin, and I give a 10% discount for that.
Okay.
And we also got people who've already done multiple month packages after our first month here because people like the information that's coming their way. So we got some people are paying for 3 months at a time. Some people already bought a whole year of this package, and I do give discounts for that as well. So the more that you get, the more of a discount that you get.
cultivatecrypto.com/shop. Get in there, boys. We got a lot to talk about, and I'm in there as well, so you can kind of leech off of me and get some fucking consultations from me too. I linked it all in the chat. Get on there as well. Click on that link, and you will be on the way. Extra Guac, what's up with the Moon Gang? I feel I know the answer, but is trading the best way to cultivate Bitcoin?
So, yeah, easy question. The answer is yes. That's the main answer. There are 4 ways to get cryptocurrency: mining, buying and holding, trading, and just pure earning it, right? So through those 4 ways, you can get cryptocurrency. Mining is basically an industrial scale right now.
Right.
So you can't really make that much money mining it.
If you live on a military base where they pay for electricity, then you're just literally, you're like the Fed. You're just printing money.
And then even then, you're only probably making, a little bit of money each month, like maybe $100-$200 mining. It depends on how big your computer is or how much power you have, right?
Yep.
And then the second way, buying and holding, is fine, but that's if you're looking at it like a savings account for like 2 to 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. To actually make money consistently, trading is the best way to do it because it's a hugely speculative market right now.
Right.
Bitcoin's still trying to find what its true value is. And so with the chat, you can make money both up or down, right? So we've made just as much, actually made most of our profits over the last month with the price going down.
Right.
And then the fourth way, just earning it. I mean, if you ask your employer right now, pay me in Bitcoin, how many employers will do so? It's still on the horizon, not that many ways to earn Bitcoin these days. So trading is where it's at.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. And, speaking of Bitcoin price and whatnot, how about let's just jump right into it. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Always ready.
So we're going to do a little price analysis on currently what's going on with Bitcoin and the current price.
Take that one off, the first one.
Okay, cool. Solid. So we got this here, and I'll let Charlie take the reins here. This looks complicated. You're the master. Go for it.
All right, we're on the screen.
Yep.
All right. So, make it as simple as possible. If we zoom out here, this is the simplest way to look at it. All right. Bitcoin goes up in 5 waves because this is Elliott wave theory that we use, and this is basically Elliott wave theory is based on Fibonacci sequences, and Fibonacci sequences are based on mathematics that are in nature. Mm-hmm. And so our DNA actually follows the Fibonacci sequence, as well as galaxies, shells. You can track human beauty, like if a woman is beautiful or not, based on the golden ratio to her face.
Right.
So that's what this math is based on, and that's why we do the 5-wave impulses up for the Elliott wave theory. Right now, in the bull market, we have these 5 waves to go. We're finished with the first one, which went from $3,100 in December all the way up to almost $14,000 here. And we're in the first consolidation phase here of this bull market. Yep. Now, so that gives you a good aim of at least $40,000 to $60,000.
So this the consolidation phase, which we're currently in right now, which is from here. Can you move the marker there? Yep. From here to here, that means the price is going to go down.
Yeah, so wave 2 and wave 4, so the even numbers, always the price goes down. So it hits a high. Mm-hmm. It's basically what we call overbought. Too many people have been buying. The price basically shot over what people think it's worth, how people feel about it at that particular time.
Right.
And so naturally, it regresses. And so today we're going to talk about the 2 options of how far it could regress, because right now it's at an inflection point, and we could head up into this wave 3, or we could still have some time to lengthen this wave 2, right? So Elliott waves is like your vertical axis. It's your trend. And so it'll tell you if the trend is up or down, but it won't tell you the timing. So we have to use 60-day Bitcoin cycles to determine the timing. Mm-hmm. But at least Elliott wave gives you the idea of, okay, how far are we going to go? And based on this data of the wave 1, we can guess how far the wave 3 will go. And that should be between $40,000 to $60,000 here in some time next year. Now, it's not going to happen exactly as I have it here on the chart on the 27th of April, 2020. It could. It could also happen in the summer of 2020. This timing, as the data comes in, you can only really predict the Bitcoin cycles about 60 days out. So you can do it on a macro way on like 4-year cycles, or you can do it on a micro way of 60-day cycles, but you can't really do it in like increments of 6 months or so. So the timing, you have to just pay attention for that. So what we're getting here is actually, if I just take a arrow and put it here on July 17th.
Wow, so quick, man.
Well, that's basically the first low that we had in this area. So that's where we start our 60-day count. And
Wow.
within that period, we had a high here at about 12,300.
And between W and X, what was the increments of time there?
Very short. So, what? I can't see the date on here.
Let's see. We got that right there.
August 5th. So 3 weeks from 9,100 to 12,300. So $2,000 move.
Beautiful.
So if you had bought one Bitcoin down here and then you sold it up here by following my information,
Yep.
you would have made $2,000.
I would love to have a nice. It's always good when you make. I mean, I have $2,000 for a lot of money for some people, but these days it's nice pocket change. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
It's good. It's good. It's just to be like, hey, I got
Well,
2 G's.
The point of it is to compound it and stack it up.
Yes.
Right. So that's why I named myself Cultivate Crypto, because you're just cultivating it. You're not trying to spend it.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so it's something that you can use as a side hustle. You know, trading is more like a bonus than it is a salary.
Absolutely.
Anybody who relies on it as a salary doesn't really work.
Right.
So, yeah.
But I mean, what an amazing side hustle! Literally, sit down at your computer, touch your keyboard, make that magic internet money. Just
Yeah.
dit.
And the more you
Cool.
learn, the more you can make.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, hell, I did it. And, I timed it pretty well on my macro when I purchased my my Bitcoin this year around 6,700. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that was, we had a couple chances here after the breakout, right? It broke out here on April 2nd, like literally within 2 hours, it went up $1,000.
That was with the 100 million pumping in,
Yeah.
right?
And we're going to get to that part because that's going to be important for what's going to happen potentially at the end of this month for today's topic.
Okay.
But we'll get into that once we get into the topic.
Okay.
But just in terms of where the price is going right now, so we had the 60-day cycle low here on July 17th. I can't put it exactly on there because this is a 3-day chart. But then we have September 17th being 60 days after that, right? 2 months. And so generally, either just 10 days before that, which would have been 3 or 4 days ago, or 10 days after, which would be about the 27th, latest, maybe early October, will be when the next low comes in. And the low is just like the low before it begins another move up. Like here, this low was a low for this period, and then it moved up, and now it's creating a new low, right? But the thing here, which is kind of ominous a little bit, is this arrow came within the first 30 days of the 60 days, which we call the left translated cycle, which just means it's bearish, or the price coming out of here will struggle. So anything that you get a high within the first 30 days, the next 60 days will be a bit of a struggle, but with a bull trend, that's not such a big deal. The last time we had that kind of left translated cycle was here in February, and the price struggled a little bit getting up here from February to March, but then it blasted off, and you can't stop a bull market sometimes.
Yeah. These are 3-day candles as well.
Yeah, this one is 3 days per candle.
It's amazing how accurate this is because, like, in this wave 2 that's going down, like it literally, like, just looking at the red is an indicator that the price is dropping. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, it's just amazing. Like on the previous wave, you could see clearly just green, and then during this wave, which is theoretically supposed to be the consolidation phase, but it's like it's almost like too easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where if you're paying attention,
Yeah,
you don't trade on a daily basis, but
No.
you watch it on a daily basis.
definitely.
After a while, you get a feeling for, okay, this is how Bitcoin acts, right? This is how to react to it, and this is what it will do. And I'm going to use these two forms of indicators, right? The Elliott waves for the up-down, and then the Bitcoin 60-day cycles for the side-to-side, the horizontal. And that's all you need, time and price. And if you can figure that out, then you can get a good idea of where the price is going. It's based on probabilities, right? And so today what we're going to look at as a probability right now is that Bitcoin, if you take a look at this, since this downtrend began here, just this area here, one thing you can see, this is volume, meaning how much people bought during this particular time or sold. And you can see the first candle here that went from 13,300 all the way down here first down to 10,300, so a $3,000 move. You can see that candle was massive, right? Especially compared to the previous price action. If we lift this up here, it was like one of the biggest since the bear market, the end of the bear market. But if we bring that down here, you can just see that the volume is continuing to decrease, which just means it takes less and less money to affect the price.
Sounds beautiful.
And so what will happen here is what the next candle that we get, once it breaks this line, whether it's red or green, will affect where the price goes. So if we do get a big sell-off here, and like big in terms of volume being something like what happened here on August 14th or here in July, if you get something like that happening in red, there's two options, right? That option means that we continue this wave 2 for another 60 days. So from September 17th roughly to November 17th. So we would continue down, and the price could potentially get down to like low 7,000s, like 7,200 would be my target in that case. So that would be bad. Not terrible. I mean, good if you're looking for a discount, because that just extends the period that you can buy, that you can accumulate Bitcoin before moving up. But that right now, I think most of the market believes that's what will happen. But right now, I'm looking at this. The longer that this consolidation has gone on, it's proven that this $9,000 level has been a tough nut to crack. And you mentioned before you don't feel that Bitcoin will go lower than 9,000.
I don't think for the rest of this year we're going to see sub 9,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I just don't think so.
I don't think so either. I thought there was a chance here in August, because this from X to Y, the way it plays out in Elliott waves, there was a chance that if the sell-off was steep enough during this time, we really hit an inflection point here in the middle of August, and it kind of just slowly lost its ability to move.
Mm-hmm.
The volume was still really low, and so what happened was, well, it bounced, and now it's bouncing around again. So I agree with you. Before there was that chance, but now that chance, based on the Elliott wave theory data, is probably gone. But here's the other option, right? Oh, this is my looking at the price really, really closely. Here's the other option, right? And what we got here is what most of the market is looking at right now. And usually when most of the market is looking at something, to be honest, it's usually wrong. When you got a herd of people, you got basically in trading, you got wolves and you got sheep.
Normies.
Normies are the sheep.
Right.
Or the lemmings.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then you got the wolves.
Right.
And who are the wolves? The
Us.
Well, yes, we're on the lower tier for sure. We're on the top of the dumb money.
We're lesser wolves.
Yeah, I mean, compared to people on Wall Street, bro, like these guys who have millions and millions of dollars,
for
like,
sure.
you can't hold a candlestick to that shit.
Not at all.
So the people who are actually like with Goldman Sachs, professional traders, they still don't understand Bitcoin that much, but they understand trading, and so they can throw millions at it, right? And that's what you got here with this candle. It looks small now, but as $1,000 move back in April was massive, right? And then this massive move up. So we have a lot of, steam that we're taking off here. And so a lot of people right now are just looking at this pennant or this wedge and saying that looks pretty bearish, and it does. And the volume is really low. And the question people are asking right now is, where is the money going to come from? Mm-hmm. So most people are thinking, well, most of the new money is not coming in right now, so we'll probably break down. That's probably most of the stuff that you hear on Twitter, most of the stuff that you'll hear out there. But I have a few different theories, and they can go either way, so we'll talk about that once we get into the topic.
Right.
But that's the basics on what's happening with the price right now. This one was just something I was looking at, like intra-minute charts. But this one right here is the most likely scenario based on probability.
So you're actually looking them down at the minute? Is that what that chart is?
Yeah, so I was just looking at like down to the 15-minute candles.
That's when you're getting fucking surgical on this. No, I love it. I love it.
Because,
I love it.
What you can do here is you can put on Bollinger Bands.
Mm-hmm.
And my Bollinger Bands are layered between yellow, red, and green. So I got this from a professional trader who's been doing trading for like 30 or 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really nice because, for example, here, when you see this candle go down and hit the green level, like that's an almost, like if you were to be doing day trading, that would be like, you'd have to catch it within a 5-minute window. And if you could do that, you basically would make money, right? So basically here, the price would go from $9,800, and then, you could sell up here at like 10,050 or up here at 10,130, We can easily make a couple $100 within 5 minutes. Well, here, the time that it takes to get back up to that price in order to sell, is longer. It's like something like 4 hours, but you just make a 5-minute guess, press the button, wait a while, come back, press the button again. And so day trading does take a little bit more effort with that.
Yep.
But also here, you can see it hit the green and then it bounces back up, right? So you can use something as simple as that to basically scalp.
Yep.
But that is not recommended.
That's a high stakes game. That's a super high stakes game.
Yeah, because you have to really know, you have to be really used to how it reacts on all different time levels. So that's, if you want a consultation on that and figure out how to do that, then I can help you with that.
What about this right here? Is this a bullish or is this bearish? Obviously, it looks bearish to me.
So yeah, this whole pennant, this whole time from the end of wave 1 to where we're at now, this whole triangle, because you can see that blue line that I put on the top of the bottom, right?
Right.
That triangle is bearish usually. What happens is if it breaks out up to the top, then that would break that bearish formation. So basically right now we have to break above 11K in order for Bitcoin to get bullish again. If it breaks down below this, it could have a small wick, not a full candle, not a full day's action underneath that level. So it could wick down and then come back up very quickly. Mm-hmm. But if it stays for more than a day below $9,000 for sure, that's very, very bearish. And that would mean the price would probably tank. And then 60 days into November, basically you'd get a huge period of time for substantial discounts before moving back up. And here's part of the theory as well. Press that red, orange, this thing.
Oh, here?
Yeah. So scroll up to the top. So this company here is Wall Street. And what does Wall Street love to do?
Fuck people over.
Oh, yeah.
Tank the United States government's economy.
Manipulation. They're the best at it.
They're like women.
Well, the CEO of this company is a woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's part of the NASDAQ.
I'm going to
stock
fucking
exchange.
puke.
I knew you'd do that. But basically, they're coming in. And here's also the crux.
Look at this smug cunt look on her face.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So everybody's asking, what's going to happen when Bakkt comes into the market? Because they're owned by a company called ICE, the Intercontinental Exchange, which is one of the largest futures and commodity exchanges in the world. And it's linked to the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. So huge players. And Bakkt is giving these futures contracts. Now,
what's a future?
So a future is a contract that you can bet long or short. So
what does that mean, long or short?
Short means against the price. You think the price will go down.
Uh-huh.
Long means you think the price will go up. So it's very similar to margin trading, but in margin trading, you're trading a contract on the exchange. Here, you're trading a different type of futures contract. So it's very similar in that way.
So how do you buy a futures contract? How does this work? How do I make money?
Yeah. Well, basically, so if you short it, you borrow 10 times more money than you have, right? So let's say you have 1 Bitcoin, but you want to trade 10 Bitcoin to the downside. You think the price is going to go down, then you can have 1 Bitcoin only right now, but you can trade 10 Bitcoin. So if you're right.
But how do I pay money? How do I get involved in this?
So you go to the company and you actually open an account. You give them all of your personal information.
Sounds sketch already.
It's not anonymous, that's for sure. But Wall Street people, they like this because it's regulated by the U.S. government.
Fair play. There are a lot of that boomer cash, we need the government to regulate. Idiots.
And a lot of people on Wall Street don't want to touch actual Bitcoin themselves.
Yeah.
But what happened back in 2018 or 2017, the end of 2017, is the CME brought out a way to short and long Bitcoin as well on Wall Street, but it was cash settled, which means that they're just trading Bitcoin on paper. They're not actually trading real Bitcoin, and they pay you in cash. They don't pay you in Bitcoin. Okay? But Bakkt, they've been buying Bitcoin for the last 1 year like crazy. They have, I think their insurance account is $126 million that they guarantee they have in Bitcoin or something like that.
It's not a lot of money
it's
in
not
crypto.
A lot of money. Well, it's more money than Bitcoin's market cap. Well, no, not in market cap because it's in the billions. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's bigger than some of the other cryptocurrencies, but it's not.
Like Dogecoin.
Yeah, for Wall Street, it's just a start. Yeah, like Dogecoin, exactly. For Wall Street, it's just a start to kind of get their feet wet into Bitcoin. But these guys have been planning it down to the T. So if you look at when they are launching, which is September 23rd, what is that close to? September 23rd is very close to the end of this Bitcoin cycle, the 60-day cycle, which is happening between the 7th and the 27th this month, right? So they know what's going on. They're paying attention to the same charts that we're paying attention to. And so what could they do? Well, if they were assholes, which they probably are, they could try to short Bitcoin and make the market tank. Or they could try to long Bitcoin and help the market go up. But yeah, basically, if you want to make money with them, you can borrow money from them and make more or lose more.
So, okay, so let's go back to this. I just wanted to see what's up to the chat real quick. And guys, just so you know, by the way, the phone line is open. 657-383-1318. Call in from wherever you are in the world. Call in. We're taking calls today. We still got an hour and 15 minutes left on the phone lines being open. So no calls too small. You got any type of cryptocurrency question, it's 100% free. Just pick up your phone. 657-383-1318. Again, the number is right here. So just call on in. No problemo. Get to talk with Charlie and me. Let me just do a little maintenance in the chat here. Nil says maybe mid-8, but who knows if back will push it down first up. Okay.
Yeah, so basically nobody knows, right? So that's what we're waiting for.
Bitcoin was at 9,000 euros, low at 6:55 a.m. CAT. Interesting. They're speaking U.S. dollars. Either way, you should be able to not rip your hair out with a 25% drawdown. Yeah, exactly. You got to be patient with this.
And also, you got to take advantage of the opportunity, right? You see it as volatility is an opportunity. It's not something to be scared of.
Let's see. Thomas says they just mate guarding, bro. You guys are great. Thank you, Elijah. $4,000 just to lose your ass. High risk with high entry. Fuck that, says Chess Rockwell.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like, I'm very suspicious when a company strategically chooses a CEO because she's a woman. I'm very wary of that. Like I think GM recently did that with.
Did they?
I think it was some U.S. car company, but they made the CEO and the CFO both women, and it wasn't. I don't believe they chose them because like they were the most qualified, but it was just a little bit too much of marketing. Like, oh, they're women, and it's just like, dude, that's like saying, okay, like I wear sunglasses on fucking YouTube, so you should trust me because I wear sunglasses on YouTube. Like, there's no
validity behind
there's no logic or anything behind it. But anyways, it's like that fucking idiot chick we saw who started that pod business in San Francisco. We'll talk about that on a separate episode. Yeah. But anyways, let's go back to this article here because you said this is very important regarding the current price. So let's continue there. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. We're always kind of going back and forth and stuff here. So, yeah, that's the basics of it, to be honest. They're going to try to manipulate the market either way in their favor. They might tank it for a short time and then try to bring it back up, but we'll see if it actually has an effect, right? Here's the other thing is, can you change the screen back to us? I'll open up a new tab because there's a fucking hilarious article. You can say
but yeah, very, very interesting. The greatest indicator for all of you guys that are still skeptical, like, oh, what is this cryptocurrency shit, you millennials? Like, you know, if you don't pay attention to cryptocurrency, you will be left behind. Okay.
Well, a lot of people already have been, and they still like, oh, it's too late for me.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, here's some fallacies. Let's just nip these in the bud real quick. Okay. First of all, cryptocurrency, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Chances are, if you're financially in a shit position, it's probably because you're not playing the long game. Yep. Cryptocurrency is a long game. Do not underestimate the power of the compound effect. Do not underestimate that shit.
Really good.
I mean, exponential financial gains will be made. Absolutely will be made. Okay? The only X factor is, are you there sitting listening to us right now? Are you going to get your piece of the pie or not? Like me, my goal is to get a house out of this whole cryptocurrency thing, right? If I could walk away scot-free with one house, I am going to be A-okay. And after I just discovered the foreclosure market in Orlando and the way I'm, cultivating all my Bitcoin, I'm going to have several houses.
That's awesome.
And it's not like, oh, I'm buying houses to buy houses, my nibba. Like, not like that. It's just like I'm buying houses to create multiple streams of revenue. And then from there, with these multiple streams of revenue, if I decide, I'm going to take that revenue and reinvest into the house, increase the value, and build them up really nice, and then in Florida, the capital gains is you get taken off the tax. What is exclusion? What is it called? Sorry, the deduction.
Yeah.
You get a deduction after 2 years. So I'm gonna accumulate these houses for free because I'm paying with cryptocurrency, and then after 2 years, I get tax free on the fucking financial gains that I make. And if each house, let's say I acquire each house, let's say $40K per house, right? That's That's $120,000 right there, right? Invested. And let's just say, okay, now let's say I just sell each house. Worst case scenario, $150 each, right? That's $450,000 from $120,000 investment. Not factoring in all the rent and or Airbnb money I'll be getting in the meantime.
Yeah, well, basically within that 2 years you'll pay it off by having that rent money.
100%.
And so you get everything that'll be after that'll be pure profit.
Yeah, and so that is that's my goal. So the point I'm trying to make is listen, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna study Bitcoin for 2 weeks and then I'm gonna be a millionaire. No, it is a long-term thing. We're not fucking snake oil salesmen. Like we're gonna give it to you straight. And some of you guys want to be lied and deceived too. Like there are plenty of other channels. Go over there and get your scams.
That's the majority, right?
Yeah.
The majority of people just want to hear the hopium, or they want to hear the FUD, and they want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth.
Right. So that's what we're trying to say right now, right here, is that don't let this opportunity pass you by. It is still not too late to start. Honestly, if you started today, okay? If you started today on September 11th, God bless America, right? If you started today and all the way to the end of the year and you just studied cryptocurrency 1 hour a day. 1 hour, okay? Some of you guys watch fucking porn more than 1 hour a day, okay? And if you do that, instead of binge watching Netflix or going to a bar or whatever, 1 hour a day, by the start of 2020, you would be able to be in a remarkable position.
Perfect position.
With the halvening coming up. If you guys know what the halvening is, it's happening in May.
Yeah, we did a whole episode on that. If they were paying attention, they can go back and watch.
And, get ready for the crypto fireworks. And more importantly, get ready for the I told you so is coming from me. Because
we've already had plenty of that.
Oh,
in
just the beginning, baby.
It's
just the beginning.
Sure.
This shit talker is just wound up, man. I'm telling you.
I know.
I'm going to be like, I fucking told you, motherfuckers. I told you. So anyways, don't miss the Bitcoin train because it's not stopping for anybody, including the president, Donald Trump, who tweeted against it.
Well, but he has to. He's part of the government, right?
Right, exactly. So let's go close this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to fucking backed with this smug CEO bitch.
So here's the other thing, right?
I don't like that look on her face.
Oh, it's terrible. You can just see these Wall Street people.
Look at this guy on the right. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill myself.
He looks defeated.
He went all in on Ripple at $3.
Probably. But so this is a company that's going in and they've planned this out for over a year to the T. They actually own plenty of Bitcoin to be able to make moves in the market. And then here we have this other company, which is a very big company in this space as well, which is called Van Eck.
Sounds like a skateboard shoe.
Yeah, they're from the Netherlands, I think. So whatever. But they make a shit ton of money on Wall Street. And so they have a lot of different products like ETFs on Wall Street as well. But here's the hilarious thing. So they were too slow. They weren't paying attention when Bitcoin was breaking down last year. They weren't paying attention in a bear market, which Bakkt was. And so since they were paying attention in a bear market, they're in a perfect position now to take advantage of the bull market, right? Van Eck was not paying attention in the bear market. They first started talking last December and in February about coming out with an ETF, but they were saying, oh, the regulators won't let us, so we're not going to do it. As soon as BACT comes out and says, we're doing it, they run here and say, we're going to do it too. We're going to ignore the SEC because we weren't actually regulated on this. So we're going to just jump in with a Bitcoin trust asset, not an actual ETF, which is not what Wall Street wants. Wall Street is not really that interested in it. And you can see here, they just totaled $41,000 in their first week of ETF buys. So basically they sold 4 Bitcoin worth of their contracts. And I think this one is cash settled. I don't think it's Bitcoin settled at all either. So for Wall Street, if they make $41,000 in a week, somebody's getting fucking fired.
That's fucking garbage money, dude.
Exactly. Somebody's getting fired.
I've made more in 5 days.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, it's just like pathetic, right? So, BACT, I think because they came out and they did this in a diligent way throughout the course of a year, they probably have more of effect on the market. But Van Eck can't fucking touch Bitcoin with nothing, right?
What's this back CEO bitch's name?
Amy Loafer or something. It's
Amy Loafer?
I have no idea.
Is she a bread faker?
Her husband got her into it because he was.
Oh my God! Don't tell me that.
I'm telling you that just to feel the fire.
Fucking shit! What an entitled bitch! No wonder she's got this smug look.
Oh,
she
yeah.
sucked her way to a CEO position.
Pretty much.
Oh my God!
Where is it? I can't find out where the name is here. I'll just.
CEO Kelly Loeffler.
Oh, did you see it? Where is it?
Back CEO Kelly. Okay,
there you go.
Here we go. Let's
dig into it.
Let's be a little impulsive here. Let's go to LinkedIn and see what this bitch's history is all about. Well, let me bring up. Let me hide my screen there. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves, folks. Talk amongst yourselves for a second here. Let's see where this prostitute is from. Okay, here we go. Okay. First of all, let's see how she looks. Oh, she's got a little bit of a cross-eyed thing going on.
I think she did a nose job or something, maybe.
She look like she's got
the one eye is bigger than the other, right?
She's got one eye looking at London and the other one's looking at Paris.
That's what happens when you're on Wall Street too long.
Okay, so oh my God, she's a co-owner and co-chairman of the Atlanta Dream for the
wonderful.
WNBA.
They must be in profit.
First of all. I didn't even know the name of that fucking team.
Yeah, of course.
So she's been in basketball and now she's a cryptocurrency expert. Before that, chief communications. This right here, by the way, this is an example of DYOR. Do your own research. Every time I look at a cryptocurrency, I do as much fucking digging as I possibly can on everybody from top to bottom. The CEO, the CFO, the CTO, marketing and sales director, whatever. Like that one asshole you did a video on, and he was like a restaurant manager before he launched.
Yeah. Well, I remember one of the guys who made one of these shit coins. He went to a university near my hometown, and I'm like, that's a shit university. How is this guy even making something that halfway decent? But you got to look into, because like a lot of these times when I do like a coin of the day, part of my analysis is who's involved.
She went to DePaul University. Is that a good one? For DePaul Graduate School of Business and the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Or Illinois is a decent one.
Urbana-Camp. Was this a good?
Yeah, it's a decent one.
I've never heard of them.
I walked through there when I was.
I only know about visiting. Eastern Illinois. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time came from there.
Who's that?
Tony Romo.
Oh, God. Yeah, greatest. He's worse than Brett Favre. But she has the Intercontinental Exchange, which is her husband basically was working there, and that's part of the New York Stock Exchange.
I don't trust her. I just don't trust her. Well,
I don't trust any of these fuckers on Wall Street.
No, not at all. And then she was equity research associate, district account manager at Toyota. Okay,
so basically nothing before 2002 when she joined ICE, and that's probably where she met her husband.
So okay, let's just criticize the shit out of this bitch for a second. So, first at Toyota selling cars, then she's at Citi for less than a year.
And never trust a car salesman either.
Equity research associate, equity research at William and Blair, investor relations at Crossroad Group for a year. So she said 4 years selling cars, less than a year equity, 2 years.
And what did she study in university? School of Business and what else? Business administration, so not even economics.
College of Commerce and Business. Well, that's just the college she went to, so I don't know what she got her degree in.
Yeah,
but,
I can't see. But I mean, I doubt it's economics. It's probably business.
So, okay. But anyway, she did all this shit. Then she became the co-owner and co-chairman of the Atlanta Dream, which is probably, financially speaking, in the dump. I mean, you're better off managing the Falcons or the fucking...
Oh, Falcons would be great.
What's the basketball team for Atlanta? Hawks? It's all the birds, right?
The
Atlanta
Hawks,
Hawks? Yeah.
Except for the Dream makes no sense.
Well,
Anyways.
and so does the WNBA. But
Yeah.
anyways, but this is just an impromptu thing here. So I'm critical of this bitch, but I'm not too impressed, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, the company itself will do well, but
Do we have any interviews of her chatting?
there's got to be a few. I've never listened to any of them because usually these Wall Street guys just give you hot air.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. Oh shit! Did I have this? Is this the right button? Okay. Cool. Okay. So let's go back. Let me check the chat real quick. See what's going on here. Oh, Jacob, what's up, baby? Let's see. Go back up. Jack Napier said he invested years ago. Good job, Jack. Common sense philosophy. What's exchange is good now that Binance is closed to Americans? Just run a VPN.
Yeah, run a VPN and use Binance, or there's a one called KuCoin, KuCoin.com, and that one also you can stay anonymous. You don't have to tell them who you are.
Let's see. Do you think Trump is holding Bitcoin behind closed doors? I would bet he is. I don't know. I can't say. Nils says all-time high in Bitcoin hits a year after the halving. I called an all-time high this year, but we'll see. Given our like Oprah, thank you. Let's see. Man, that's a weird face. Tens of people attend those WNBA games. Don't say that. You might offend the fan in the stands there. The one fan. Nils says, husband Jeffrey Craig Spritcher is an American businessman and is the founder, chairman, and CEO of Intercontinental Exchange and chairman of the New York Stock Exchange.
Exactly. So that's the guy that got
she-
her in the door.
To the top. Okay. That's a lot of business. You guys, this, I may get like, oh, you're sexist. But if you don't think that some women strategically suck their way up the corporate ladder, you got a whole other reality that you're missing out on. Knowledge versus fluid exchange. There you go. Just Rule Zero that. Our man Chess Rockwell says it. She might be about my age, says Ben. About DePaul. Yeah, what about DePaul? Let us know, Jacob. Okay, so let's continue because I wanted to do some research on her.
Oh, sure.
This is my first time taking a look at all this, and I'm getting the fragrance of bullshit. So I just wanted to
That's typical Wall Street.
check it out of old Kelly Loeffler. Fucking Jesus. Okay, let's continue. My bad. Go ahead.
I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. The only other thing to understand here is that the laydown that you have to do in order to actually put in for this type of contract is only $4,000.
Right.
So they don't require that much. The only really good thing about this is that they actually have to buy and hold Bitcoin in order to pay out these contracts.
So wait a minute. So I don't understand this. So I pay this fucking WNBA bitch $3,900. Here's $3,900. Now what?
Yeah, you don't pay her. You just put it in an account.
So I pay them
Well,
$3,900.
you put it in the account.
Put it in the account.
You can take it out anytime.
Okay.
And so then you put it in the account and you say, hey, I got, let's say, in this case, half a Bitcoin, but I want to trade 10 times this.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to trade, 5 Bitcoin, right?
Okay.
And then I think the price is going to go down. So I'm shorting it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I short it, for each, depends on the contract, but for each month or for each week or sometimes for each day, however long you hold the contract, you have to pay interest. And so if you're betting to the downside and the price goes down, and then you're making money, so you make 5 times more money than you would have just by taking out into dollars and then buying back in later. So you can make more faster this way, but you can also lose more faster because you're paying that interest, and it's the same as margin trading in this way. It's very close to it in that you're paying this interest every month or every week or every day, depending on the contract. And if your amount of interest that you're paying and the amount that you hold, and if the price goes against what you think, if the price goes up instead of down, if you bet to the downside, then as soon as basically you have no money based on that move, your account goes bankrupt and they take it all. And so it's like a casino in that way, similar to margin trading.
I'm getting fucking like acid reflux just
Yeah.
listening to this shit.
So we talked about margin trading last week, and usually, 80 to 90% of people lose on it. But the other thing you can
Sounds like a good deal.
yeah, that's why I said don't do it. But here's the other thing.
No
is
wonder these people do it. These scams. It's like people signing up for this shit.
it's Wall Street. Wall Street's all a scam, bro.
Oh, Fugazi.
Yeah. But like the other thing about this is that you can use this type of contract as a hedge.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're holding some Bitcoin, you're not going to sell it ever, and you think, okay, you're holding that for the long side, you think the price is going to go up, but you do a few short contracts on the downside in order to balance out what you're holding in your Bitcoin. So basically, if you're a risk-averse person on Wall Street and you hold some both on a long side and then on maybe on the short side, you can kind of hedge it so that you don't have to feel as much volatility as the market is giving you. But then you make less money and you lose less money at the same time. So it's easier just to do it with Bitcoin itself.
This just seems like a bad deal.
It is a huge bad deal for anybody who, especially most people don't know what they're doing. And people on Wall Street love to think they know what they're doing. But unless they get insider information, which is technically illegal, but they do it.
Martha Stewart in this house.
Unless they get insider information, it's really hard for them to, really say for sure. They're in the same position as us basically if they don't have insider information, because everybody can look at the chart, right? Everybody can see this information. When
Interpreting the data and understanding it.
Yeah, in August when the price got up to 12,300, fucking Goldman Sachs had the same chart as me and Elliott Waves. They do almost all of their quarterly newsletters in Elliott Wave.
Oh, really?
Patterns. Yeah.
By that Indian chick?
Yeah, she's the lead analyst there. I forgot her name. But they had the same exact pattern as me, except for my pattern said from about this area we're going down. And so I told everybody in my group from about 11,800, not the top, but around here, around 11,800, get out of Bitcoin, at least the stuff that you're trading, and then start, then buy back in once we get down here. And that's what a lot of people did. But Goldman Sachs, what they said at that time is they said, oh, the price is definitely going to go up. They said that to all their investors. And so there's either two things with that. Either A, I'm better at this type of analysis than most people who are working at Goldman Sachs, which is probably unlikely, to be honest. But the other possibility is that they're trying to manipulate the market and tell all of their investors who trust them.
Gee, let me think which one. Let me see which one they're trying to do.
Exactly.
I might have to book a consultation with you for that one.
Exactly. And so they're either going to, they're going to tell the whole market, the people who actually trust them, buy Bitcoin now when they know the market is probably going to go down. And then, they fleece the people as well. So that's kind of their MO, right?
So how is this situation going to affect the massive move, whether it be up or down? What do you think about that?
So the volume here, right, is going very, very low.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is it takes less money to affect the price.
And the volume being low at this moment is an indicator that basically most people are holding. They're not buying or selling.
It's indecision, yes. And
So they're holding, yeah?
They're either holding Bitcoin or they're holding Tether.
Or cash. So there's basically there's not a lot of people buying in. There's not a lot of people selling. It's just everybody, like the people who are holding on to dollars are holding on to dollars, and the people who are holding on to Bitcoin are holding on to Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so people are just watching, waiting to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
And with this volume decline as well, you have whatever moves do happen can happen quicker once the high volume comes in. And so basically Bakkt has clients that do have millions of dollars, and they also have millions of dollars themselves. Mm-hmm. And so similar to this move here, back in April when the price jumped up, right? That was a $100 million buy over several exchanges within a 2-hour period, and it moved up $1,000, right? And back in August of last year, around this time, is when Bakkt started talking about this ETF. So for a fact that once they saw the market drop, they were buying a ton here.
I know a couple guys who were too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, we may have talked about it at that time.
Yep.
And so, the price actually had a possibility to go down to 2,700, maybe 2,500 at the time, but it stopped. and then it chopped sideways for a
And
while.
Bitcoin hasn't been sub 3,000 since 2017.
Yeah.
That's in itself is a huge
Yeah.
indicator.
Well, and all these Wall Street people who wanted to get into that game privately, they were doing what we call over-the-counter trading, which doesn't affect the price too much, but they were hoarding, right? And then whoever
What was the price around in March, like March 1st-ish?
March.
That's 14th. Go back a little bit.
right. Yeah.
That is about 3,700. Wow.
Yeah, and that's when we were a month into this show.
Right.
And so if you bought then, you would be very well off.
Right.
But yeah, then we get this wick here, this candle here, and that's the $100 million. That's definitely somebody related to Wall Street or somebody who is big on this. The other part of the pie to consider here is a company like Binance, because they have done a few things during this time here to keep the price above 9,000, in my opinion. Which is, they shut off their exchange with a 20-hour warning in August. Very short warning, because the price was clearly dropping from 10,600, and that was, I think, from here, about 11,000, 10,600, somewhere in this area. They gave an announcement and said, we're closing the exchange for 9 hours for maintenance purposes. And then once it went down to 9,400, or sorry, no, that was here. Anyways, it was around this area here.
Right. I mean, that long wick seems like correct.
Yeah, and so basically, the whole market went down, but they stopped their particular exchange, which is a large part of the crypto market.
Guys, real quick, we're watching on Instagram. Sorry, Charles.
That's fine.
The guys on Instagram, the stream is about to end in 40 seconds. Come over to youtube.com, type in Modern Life Dating, come over to the Tokyo Crypto Show. I have no control over this. Instagram limits us to 1 hour. For you guys that are watching on Instagram, come on over and join us. Go ahead, continue.
No
Sorry
worries.
about that.
That's cool. So basically, what they were doing here, I believe, is by closing that exchange, first of all, they're protecting themselves against people leverage trading. They're basically, people will not be able to make as much money on this downside, so they won't have to pay out as much money. But then at the same time, I believe behind the scenes, they have a lot more knowledge about the price of Bitcoin, and so they do, I believe, try to push up the price of Bitcoin as much as they can. And maybe they might be coordinating potentially with other exchanges. So this is just totally like conspiracy theory shit. But you got them.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I know you get them on one side, right, which is the pro Bitcoin people who want to keep the price up, and then you got the ETF, the people who are looking potentially to short it, as Wall Street on the other end. And this just kind of battle of what's going to happen here over the next 2 to 3 weeks is going to be interesting to watch. But either way, if Bitcoin goes up at the end of September, or if it waits until the middle of November to go up, you get your discounts either now or later, and the price goes up. So you should still be paying attention to the game, still be finding ways to price average in. Right now, I think 9,500 would probably be the lowest that we get here. If we start going significantly below that, then that's when the period could become longer and steeper. But yeah, I think there's a lot of people who know parts about what's happening with the price who aren't talking right now, that insider type trading through Binance and through Bakkt, which are really, they're the ones who are trying to manipulate this game here.
Yeah, it's very, as I said, Bitcoin is changing every single moment. It is not like the stock exchange when it's closed.
Yeah.
And there's a big
Never fucking closes.
Big fucking difference there. So I mean, this is just, it's so important to pay attention to this stuff, and that's why I love being part of your Telegram chat. Again, guys, join the Telegram chat. The link is in the description, and it's also in the live chat here. Let's go back to the chat and see what's going on. Jacob, you didn't tell me what's going on with DePaul. I need to hear about it, about DePaul University. Any VPN service recommendations? No idea, man. Just do your own research.
Yeah, there'd be two that are decent. I think Tony mentioned NordVPN, which is decent. There's an ExpressVPN, which is also another commercial one. Mm-hmm. There's IPVanish.
Okay.
And then there's a thing called PIA, Private Internet Access.
Okay.
Those four are solid.
Good stuff. This is Common Sense Philosophy. Says, all right, thanks. I got into crypto heavily about 2 years ago, but I got out. Oof, and now here you are. Good. Well, you're here. That's a good start. All-time high BTC comment is from the past halvenings. Same pattern a year after all-time high. Okay, cool. I'll take your money on that. I mean, I already got my. I am set, baby. I am good to go. I'm just waiting for that.
If we get a dip, we can get more.
I'm on that launch pad, and I'm just ready to go to the moon, baby.
Get your rocket fuel now.
Brent Wallace says, all this contract shit hurts my head. Just buy some coin. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what Wall Street intends to do. Confuse the shit out of you so that they can make money. It's like a casino.
Ben says, sounds like a snowball system to me. Yep. What exchange do you recommend for margin options? We don't recommend.
Don't recommend it.
We don't. We don't recommend margins.
My whole last show before you got back here was about why margin trading is probably a losing game for most people.
It's the same like Tupperware. 98% of the people stay poor. I don't know what the Tupperware comment means, but just go to BitMEX Casino if you want to gamble. 100x leverage. Brent, you're fucking hilarious, dude.
Exactly.
And it's gone. Las Vegas seems to be safer. GS totally shit the bed. Goldman Sachs. Yeah, I support other people's gambling addictions. Number of actions go up. No action. The Winklevi. So that's what we're talking about today. You know, real quick, let's check out Jeff. Let's all check out old Jeffrey here. Jeffrey Craig.
He's bald.
Sprech. Is that the guy on the stage with her?
No,
The guy who
not
looked miserable?
That guy, I don't think. I don't really know who he is, but because I never really look into these guys that much.
Let's see.
It's not on LinkedIn.
Let's see if he's not Jeffrey Craig. Maybe Jeff Sprecher. No. Let's see. Maybe he doesn't have LinkedIn.
That'd be weird. There you go, that guy.
Let's see. Is he in
That
LinkedIn?
Wikipedia, right there. You got his picture
Well,
right here.
I want to see if we got LinkedIn though.
I think this will also give his details of his background too.
Crunch. Oh, he doesn't have one.
Try Crunchbase. They might have some. Sometimes they have some background in there too.
CEO.
Yeah, you got a whole fucking. Oh, there you go. The whole fucking essay on him.
Oh no, I'm just gonna go to Wikipedia. That just looked like a headache. Okay. How old is Kelly?
No fucking clue. But he's 64.
Yeah, he's 64. So he's.
Oh, they were married in 2004, and she joined that company. What did it say? Back in 2002. So 2 years after she joined the company, she married him.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Let's see. Okay, let's go. Let's check Kelly out one more time on LinkedIn. Let's do a little cross analysis to see how she strategically sucked her way to the top here.
And look at when she graduated for her age.
Okay. She doesn't have her any age indicators on here, but
What about in the university? Does it say the year of graduation?
it did not.
Oh.
Let's see. Kelly Loeffler. She is.
Oh, look at that picture of the two on the top left.
Oh, this is
Match made in heaven.
this is a transaction for sure. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys.
funny.
Okay, look at the genuine love that's in this photo right here. Come on.
Oh, they just look like they hate their lives, but
Look at her. She's probably like late 40s, maybe.
look at that fake smile shit going on.
He's happier than her. Her smile's extremely fake.
Yeah, and the eyes too.
Let's see. Old crooked eye here.
I like the white one in the top middle just because it shows like she's way taller than him. He's fat. He's bald.
That just shows you money can get you a little something. So look at this. Her body language is completely
Turned away from him.
turned off from him. Her leg is crossed away from him. She's not really facing him. She has like this look on her face.
That she has to be there.
Yeah, this is a woman who is strategically, she's making moves. Look at this. That's who she's really banging right there. Look at that. Look at the body language versus Dwight Howard here.
Exactly.
Look at that. Like admiration. Got her legs uncrossed, looking at him like, "Oh, please pipe me down with that big,
She's actually listening to what he's saying.
with your big bisexual dick. I'm way better than all those trannies you've been banging, Dwight."
He's been banging trannies?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Dude, yeah, he got caught banging some trannies.
Yikes.
I met him before when I worked in Orlando when he was at the Magic.
Yeah.
There's a little gay on him. I could just smell it. Anyways, I don't know how old she is. Let's go back. Okay. Well, anyways.
Those pictures are hilarious.
And then our buddy here. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. How do I just click on this? Okay, cool.
No, you have to press the Wikipedia link, the blue.
Okay, cool. From Wisconsin, 64, Pepperdine University. Interesting. Yeah, he looks like he's been hustling the
Yeah, so he's at a data corporation to begin
Shortly
with.
after the company approached Enron to be a client. Ooh,
Yep.
this is not good.
All those people in Wall Street are always in
Enron's
some fucked
market
shit.
model was to buy from every seller and sell to every buyer.
Sounds
Wall
like,
Street bankers, particularly Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, backed him, and he launched ICE in 2000. Oh, my
he
God.
got his way there. Got his way into a lot of money.
Keep an eye on Backed, boys. Keep an eye on Backed, because I feel like we're going to be seeing some interesting...
Think about it this way:
Stuff.
What if J.P. Morgan, had been the one to come out with this shit? Same level of trust that you have in J.P. Morgan and what you should have in these other Wall Street guys. Just zero trust.
Oh, and Ben says she's 49.
Okay, he's 54.
He's 64.
Oh, he's 64. Okay.
Yeah, so he's 15 years older than her.
And about a foot shorter and about 100 pounds heavier.
No, she's 47. 47. So that's she's 17 years. Well, Melania's hotter.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for us today, boys. So that's what we're predicting with the massive move up or down. We're pretty much teetering right now.
Yeah. And we just need that volume to come in, whichever way it goes. And if it's Wall Street people coming in, I mean, we've just broke down into 9,000 right now, which is, if you're in my group, it's to be expected. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's take a look at the Bitcoin price currently. Let's see. Go to CoinMarketCap. Where are we at right now?
Well, this is a little bit lagging in price actually, because when we just closed out that chart, it's actually went down to 9,990. But
Okay, so it's dragging behind a little bit here, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Like you have to keep a cool head too. Like right now, I'm upside down in Binance Coin. I think I bought in like when it was like 27.
Oh, really?
I bought a considerable amount too, and now it's 21. But I just know that it's longevity. It's all about the longevity.
Depends on what you bought it with. Did you buy it with Bitcoin or with dollars? If you bought it with Bitcoin,
I did buy it with Bitcoin.
yeah, then that's a different story. It probably is still down compared to Bitcoin, but then you compare it with what you bought it with.
Well, we are going to see a lot of fireworks for sure, guys. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Be sure to check out Charlie's Instagram, not Instagram, excuse me, Telegram group with the links in the chat there, cultivatecrypto.com/shop. And then again, don't forget, guys, in 16 days, Body Language Mastery is launching. So you want to get into modernlifedating.com/body language. Scroll down, click on this link right here, type in the best email address you've got, click that subscribe button. You'll get updates regarding the upcoming enrollment period. The webinars are going to be so value packed, and you get to keep them and download them and everything. So thank you guys all for participating. Catch us tomorrow, and then Friday I will have Richard Cooper on the show for a free consultation Friday and like kind of a question and answer session about financial situation, getting your money right. Other than that, catch Charlie tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on his YouTube channel, which is Cultivate Crypto. You can catch me right after that at 9 a.m. here, so you start off your day powerfully. And you could get my information. We're going to be talking about we might be interviewing an entrepreneur tomorrow. We'll see on my channel. Talk about, just get your money right and just becoming the best man you could possibly be on this world, because living life as an excellent top man is definitely a good feeling. We are both doing it, and it's working out pretty well. Until then, we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace out.